In grace.
Good evening.
Mayor, council members. In 2007, former NASA aerospace engineer and Missouri State Representative Jim Guest wrote support letter for targeted individual James Walbert, who won his case against a former employer. The verdict: cease and desist satellite and handheld directed energy weapons, which are called DEWs, on Walbert, his wife, and children in their own home. Guest support letter begins: dear members of the legislature, I'm asking for your help for the many constituents in our country who are being affected unjustly by the electronic weapons torture and covert harassment groups. Now this is in 2007. Serious privacy violations and physical injuries are caused by activities of these groups and their so-called non-lethal weapons on men, women, and children. In my published letter of August 11th, 2019 in the Springfield News Leader, I noted that in 2015, 13 U.S. senators wrote Springfield-based past pro shops and now their Cabela's, asking them to close the Brady loopholes in gun sales, as Walmart did voluntarily in 2008. No response has ever been made. Bass Pro Shop sells DEWs in the form of green laser points, which cause immediate physical damage to any living organism. In my August 13th, 2019 letter and to U.S. Attorney General Honorable W. Pelham-Barr, it notes that in September 2018 there was a final conclusion that was made before the Department of Defense and Joint Chiefs of Staff regarding U.S.-Cuban diplomats' injuries, not symptoms, but injuries. All were caused by neuroweapons attacks. And I list all the weapons. Dr. Balaban even showed a photo of one of hundreds of DEWs for sale on the internet today, the Better Supersonic Nausea Ultrasound Generator for $99.56. For decades, U.S. citizens have endured the same injuries by remote DEW attack in coordination with organized stalking, and they have all reported these crimes to their local authorities. In 2017, former Chief of U.S. Interest Section in Cuba told NPR not only DEWs were used to harm U.S. diplomats in Cuba, there was more in-your-face kind of activities, things like going into their homes, emptying water tanks, turning off electricity, rearranging their possessions or their clothing inside their own homes. These were all reminders that we are here, we are looking at you, and this is a way to get at these people's morale. U.S. residents undergoing these crimes are non-consensual subjects of human trafficking and involuntary servitude. Is it not the FBI's job to protect TIs, which are targeted individuals, from these inhumane crimes? DEWs and organized stalking does exist within U.S. borders, but are DEWs produced here too? In the New York Times, March 23, 2003, no, that's 2003, The Sound of Things to Come article by Marcia Sella. He interviewed San Diego inventor Woody Norris, and he talks about his handheld weapon, HSS, hypersonic sound, and another weapon. He says, this is Woody Norris talking. HEDA can instantly cause loss of equilibrium, vomiting, migraines. Really, we can pretty much pick our ailment, he says brightly. They're talking millions of this product. New York Times journalist Sella notes last month, Norris's company, ATC, cut a 5-year, multi-million-dollar licensing agreement with General Dynamics, one of the giants of the military-industrial complex. 2003. Dr. Dielius from the National Defense University Senior Research Fellow studies DEWs noted there could be a very focused targeting of individuals criminals or lone actors achieving their objectives with neuroweapons, which are invisible, so that legitimate programs for creating these neurotechnologies mask very illegitimate ones. The Springfield Code, Missouri Code of Ordinances, Section 78257, concealment of dangerous and incapacitating instruments, quote, no person may conceal on or about his person any dangerous instrument that could incapacitate or cause serious physical injury, designed to propel or emit any irritant or electric charge, should also read that that DEW should be outlawed in the city of Springfield, Missouri. And from the Bible, I end with, cursed is anyone who attacks a neighbor in secret, Deuteronomy 27:24. And this is a photo of different injuries of a targeted individual here in Springfield, Missouri. The one on the eye is from green laser points.
No questions. Ma'am, thank you very much.
No questions. Thank you.
That was our final speaker.
New business.
The mayor recommends the following appointment to the tree